I'm Dave. This is the Cyderbaby pod, and today I'm speaking to one half of Empyre. Hello.
Hello there.
Afternoon.
Introduce yourselves for those who don't know you.
I'm Did, lead guitarist, songwriter.
I'm Henrik, rhythm guitarist for the most part, and lead singer and songwriter.
Excellent. We have met before. We have interviewed each. Well, I've interviewed you, and I think it was at Call of the Wild. You said, "Yeah, we've got a new album on the way," and well, we're here. Almost a year later, we're here, ready for release.
Yeah, it seems to have taken a hell of a long time to actually do this. I mean, we started writing it during the pandemic and started recording it during the pandemic as well. And then at Call of the Wild, I remember it was well, actually it rained during our set. It was a partially sunny day that then rained during our set, but we still managed to sit outside, didn't we? Up at a bench and have a chat. But yeah, finally, it's here.
I can sense the relief in your voices.
We're just looking forward to getting all the new tracks out there and seeing how it's going to grow our empire. And that was pun intentional.
Ooh.
And also, we've had a listening party in Northampton where we hired out a local cinema, and we had 80 people get exposed to all the tracks for the first time, and that response was amazing. So now with its full release, we can now see how it when it's out in the big wide world.
There's been kind of like levels of relief and release for us, like getting the first single when we released the title track back in October. That was a massive relief and release for us, just to get something new out there. And then, as Did said, when we did the listening party, finally a whole bunch of people got to hear the album start to finish, and that was good. So when now, like, the whole album, people been able to consume it, it's just like, oh, thank God for that. It's happened. The music's out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listening. I did a little review which I've just published just before we came on air, and yes, it's a very good album. People can read the review. I'm not going to say what I said, but I mean, every track is a standout track. I've got to say that you've stepped up from your previous work, and I think what I said, during lockdown, people took a time to reflect on themselves and to see if they needed to slow down or they needed to hone their attentions and perfect what they were doing. And I think you've done the latter. And I think during lockdown, recording and whatever, you've actually perfected the Empyre sound to such a degree that this is pretty much a classic album of our time.
Wow.
That's quite a sentiment. I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah, I got Chris Frankham over my other shoulder. You can't see it. He's twisting my arm.
I thought he was there. I could smell him. He was there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
No, I mean,
that's quite an accolade though as well, because there's so many albums, aren't there? And yeah, we definitely.
There is. I mean, well, go on.
No, we definitely pursue Empyre passionately with each individual song. You know, we like to strive in our writing to really enjoy the process of getting the most out of each song, right down to, drum grooves, bass parts, guitar parts, sounds. It's a labor of love, but we take that approach with every song. So, and then with the recording process.
I think it sounds cliche, but we really tried not to put any filler on an album, and I'm sure like every band says that, but in what Did said, like, we go through and we analyze, we write a song, or we write parts, we make it and construct it and then analyze it all to try and make it what it. So if it's come out, if you can feel that honing has gone on, then that's exactly what we did. So that's good that you can sense that's what we were striving for. We wanted to make an impact and a statement with this album, and no holds barred in terms of what we included in terms of song, genre, style, or instrumentation. We just went for it.
I'm so glad you agree with what I've written.
We haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
no,
worry.
yeah,
15 minutes time, Dave. You'll be getting messages
yeah.
from me going, what do you mean about this? Joking.
Hopefully
You won't
as
be the
well,
first one.
hopefully we're going to garner that response as well, because obviously with this album, there's a lot of Empire fans that are used to the music we've done so far with The Other Side and Self-Aware, but hopefully we'll be getting that kind of response from people that have never heard our music before, with the single releases so far, and then the rest of the album tracks. So that's something to look forward to. And with K-Scope and some of the gigs we're doing, we're reaching a wider network of listeners and rock fans as well. So, and that's what we want. We want people to enjoy our music just like we do.
Yeah, I mean, you signed to a label just prior to releasing this album, didn't you? So they've been a great help, I take it.
Yeah, it's been great to work with K-Scope. They basically heard the album and then we signed. So it was a case of we recorded it, we wrote it, started writing right at the beginning of lockdown. We'd got a few bits already, but the majority of the album was written during lockdown, went into the studio, and then we'd finished it. We were just preparing to release it ourselves. And then K-Scope showed an interest, and we went into a long negotiation process with them, and then finally we could announce that deal last September time. So it was a case of they heard it and went, yeah, we like this, and we went from there. So it's nice to have the backing of a record label behind us, because it just sort of came down to that question ultimately of, would we rather have them on board, widen our team, and have some of the reach and exposure that they can provide, or would we rather do it ourselves? And we felt with this album, we wanted to show it to as many people as possible, and as far and wide as possible. So, yeah, fingers crossed it all works out for the best. But so far, so good.
Yeah, now, man, I'm just going to pick a few of the songs. I'm not going to bore everybody by doing everything.
I did want to put you on the spot and say, go on. We like asking people, what is your favorite track? Like, you just got to pick one, because at the
what's
moment,
your
favorite track?
Road to Nowhere.
All right,
Oh,
okay,
wow, cool.
Yeah, that
cool.
one doesn't often get a mention, so that good.
It's a little bit more commercial sounding in places, but the whole melody riff and chorus line, I suppose, is probably or the chorus part of the album just really hooks you in. Picks you up. I like that. So
Brilliant.
Yeah. Hit and Run, I do like it, but I struggle with it a little bit. That's my own personal taste. I mean, it is a very, very good song. But when I was expecting Relentless to start as the single, and just putting that extra little bit on the front, I'm not going to say too much more than that, it just elevates the song itself right up here. So
we ummed and ahed about that. There's a radio edit of Relentless that cuts off the acoustic part at the start to just have it as a pure hard rock song, and I think it depends on what you like and what you expect. I think an Empire fan would kind of see why we've done like that little contrasting part. But if you just like hard rock and if you don't know us, then I think Relentless works without having the acoustic bit on the front, maybe a bit more accessible. Go on, dig in. What is it about Hit and Run that you're like?
I don't know. It's no, you put me on the spot here. It's
I'll turn to interview you, Dave.
Yeah.
Say what you want. I mean, we do just like hearing feedback on the music, whatever it is. It's just everybody's got
especially
their
negative.
Oh.
Negative is fine.
Whatever I say, you're going to pull the album and say, right, we're going to rework this track.
No,
Dave doesn't like it, so it's off. It's a 9-track
I
album.
I do like it. I
we
do
like being
like
slated.
But it's quite different to everything else. It's almost got, well, Chris actually summed it up. He said it's got a very 80s feel, and I think that's where it comes from. It's not my sort of dislike of 80s music, because I love 80s music, but we've all moved on from that a little bit in my mind. And
it certainly has that, yeah, that element to it, and that was intentional. So it's
Yeah.
I guess it is different, and it's something. It's perhaps in one way more of a conventional song for us as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you
I-
want if your favorite is Road to Nowhere, then I can understand why Hit and Run is not your favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Parasites, that's quite a hard hitting song itself.
Yeah, that's one of the heavier tracks on.
It's
on the
quite a
album,
heavier
yeah.
track. I really like it. I really do like it. But then I go like Forget Me and Quiet Commotion and stuff like that. You know, you've got so much going on the album. There's always got to be that one track that one person doesn't like, and Hit and Run for me is that. But I certainly not slate it. It is a really, really good track. It's just different for me.
If it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't worry, Dave. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'm sorry. On that note, okay. So, what is life going to throw at you over the next few months? And I assume you'll be gigging the album in various formats and places.
I can take if you want. I thought I'd done enough talking. So yeah, basically we are doing a few headline dates, and we got festivals lined up as well. So as said, we've done the listening party. We also did a headline gig in our hometown Northampton a few weeks ago, where people got the first opportunity to listen to Relentless. And now the next thing we're going to do is at KK Steelmill. So we're not used to doing headline gigs, but we thought we'd try a few just spaced out kind of a month apart. So that one's on April the 22nd, and there are still tickets available. And we thought we'd wait until a few weeks after the album so people could listen to it, really get to grips with it, and then come and hear it live and see what it's like in a live environment. Then we're off to Wales, April the 30th. We're doing Station 18 Festival. Then we're back, sort of Did's hometown, Kettering, so just up the road from here in Northampton, where we're doing an acoustic gig, a church that we play quite often. We're not religious, and we just said we wouldn't discuss the religion.
Yes,
we're not,
yes.
But they have a bar, and it's a fantastic venue for acoustics. So we're there. It's a good combo. And then it's really the beginning of the summer festivals for us. So we're doing Love Rocks down in Bournemouth. We're doing Steelhouse over in Wales. We've got a few Welsh dates. We've got another local one, which is Neen Valley Rock Festival. That's a new one organised by the guys who started up Cambridge Rocks, I believe. So that's kind of a rock, prog and blues festival. We're there on the Sunday night. I think we're main support to the headline act on one of the stages. And then we're back in Wales doing a headline gig at the Crumlin at the Patriot. So we're kind of dipping in between festivals and headline gigs, and fingers crossed will be some sort of tour before the end of the year, but no news on that at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, what I'd love to see you guys do is open for a hugely bigger act, because I think you're way above support band status, but I'd like to see you in like arenas playing to a lot of people who probably haven't heard much from you guys, because I think you'll just smash it. And
we've played outside of arenas. we've supported.
Isn't that busking?
We've played the unsigned stage outside World's Resort Arena, supporting the Eagles, but we weren't in there. And that was also before Shinedown
and Alter Bridge. Yeah, we've done it a few times.
Yeah,
but the KK's gig that's coming up for the album party, if we get the big room, that feels like an arena room.
Yeah, it is a lovely place. So
it's a big place and massive sound, and we'd like to play on the main stage there again. But yeah, if we could jump on the back of a decent tour as a support act, yeah, that'd be ideal for us.
Excellent. Well, I wish you all the best for that. But going back to the album, it is a stunning album.
Except Hit and Run.
Thank you.
We're not holding anything.
We're going to hear the end of this.
Yeah.
I'm at Station 18. I'm never going to hear the end of it. There am I.
It's going to be a set of Hit and Run sevens.
We've extended
It's for
this
Dave.
song.
This one coming up again.
I
We'll
might
play the
like it by
acoustic,
then. It might, yeah.
We'll play the
I'll take-
electric. Did to do a piano version.
Yeah.
I'll do it a cappella.
Please don't.
Sorry, Dave. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I've completely lost the thread. I mean, all right. What's your favorite track on it?
I think this is going to be one of those questions that's going to get asked a lot, you know, to us
Yeah.
as musicians, songwriters, and of the other two. And I think it's going to change, you know, because I'm so damn good. So I've been saying Parasites recently.
Yeah.
Just because the way we play it live and the way it's, you know, I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, so I'm going to stick with Parasites.
I mean, it's quite a different song. It's quite a heavier song for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, so for your listeners, it starts off kind of as an angelic, dark, like arpeggiated chord pattern, kind of a bit darkly Empire, but some big vocals and some angelic choir sampling we've used. And then it goes into sort of New Republic-esque from album one, like really full on rock.
That was close to metal as we
Yeah.
get the kind of, I guess, the chorus and some parts of Parasites.
Yeah.
And then it's got a really heavy riff, but it still like retains loads of melody. There's still loads of melodies going on. It's not screamo metal. It's not, you know, death metal. There's still loads of rock melodies going on. And then there's it kicks off into a guitar solo and then another, you know, sort of cool outro. For any drummers out there, it's a really cool track to listen to if you're a drummer.
It's a good live track in term, and good to watch Elliot. If I you know, I'll try to move out of his way when I can. So I mean, Elliot playing it live is I wish I could watch it. Most of the time I got my back to him. That's the shame. When he's whacking those drums for Parasites. So I think my favorite at the moment is Forget Me.
Right.
We haven't played it too much live. I think we've probably done it maybe about 4 times. So it's going to be interesting to see how it develops as a live song. Kind of hoping it will develop in the way that Only Way Out has done over time.
Yeah.
But just the way all the parts interweave, and then a big kind of euphoric outro. Yeah, I'm liking that at the moment.
Okay, brilliant. I wish you all the best with your album release, and
Thank you very much.
doubtless we will bump into each other at Station 18, and
Yep.
I'll have to buy you a pint or two just to say, you know.
No, you're welcome to your your opinion. I mean, I can't wait to read the review. I like.
Please don't.
Do you want Chris Frankham to rewrite it for you and then?
he's been through several drafts already. But no, it's fine. Thank you guys, and I wish you all the best.
Thanks, Dave. It's good to see
Thanks
you.
very much.